and Derek Fisher. Allie Clifton is here. You'll have Trudell and Brez taking care of the post-game sound. The Lakers get the easy win without Anthony Davis. They score 40 first-quarter points, guys, and they kind of cruised from there. 6 players, James, in double figures, and for the second consecutive game, they shoot 56% from the field.
Shared the ball pretty well, 32 assists total for the team. They came out and took Minnesota serious. Minnesota back-to-back games, a little short-handed without their star player, but didn't matter. The Lakers did a good job. Kuz coming out, replacing AD. I just thought they were very active on both ends of the court, got the fast break going. Pretty good defense.
Yeah, one of the keys to, being or becoming a great team is the ability to, be intentional about knocking people out. Mm-hmm. Like James just mentioned, knowing that Minnesota was coming in off of a back-to-back, missing Karl Anthony Towns, clearly the better team. You go out, you send that message right away. You make tonight easy, prepare yourself for tomorrow and for the rest of your season. Great to get these kind of wins with LeBron in 26 minutes, not having to do too much to get him over the top. Happy for Kuz. Marc Gasol starting to get himself into a rhythm as well.
Yeah, 9 players hit threes a couple of nights ago on Christmas, 7 tonight. Lakers are shooting the ball well after a slow start to the season. We saw the complete Marc Gasol game. He is standing by with Mike Trudell.
All right, Marc Gasol, second straight game here at Staples Center. The ball's really popping around on offense. What have you seen from the early season development and how you guys are getting such good looks around the court?
We just continue to move, share the basketball, obviously, with him with that much talent offensively. We want to make it tough on defenses by moving the ball and helping each other.
Hey, in the first quarter especially, you and Kuz had a nice little connection. You found him for 2 of those 4 three-pointers. We saw that in the pre. His game seems to click with the way that you pass the ball.
He moves. He moves without the ball. He does a great job. He has great size. He doesn't hesitate when he gets it. He has great confidence, and that's all very positive.
You were playing without Anthony Davis, of course. That changed the lineup. We mentioned Kuz going into it. Does that tell you something about the depth as well, that you can have this effective of a performance like this, even if Minnesota was out without Karl Anthony Towns, I should say?
Yeah, well, when you're out without a player like AD, you're going to feel it in different areas. But I thought we did a good collective effort to make up for that loss. I thought defensively we did a much better job on the ball and communicating and doing the schemes and executing the schemes that we had before the game, and finishing possession with rebounds for the most part. I know obviously in the first half we didn't rebound the ball as well, but we got a lot of stops.
And Mark, last one for you. Just wondering your early reactions to playing alongside LeBron James. You've been going against him for many years. What's it been like being on this side with him?
He's a very unique player. His IQ is it's very, very, very high. He's seen everything on both ends of the floor, and he's very unselfish. Great teammate to have. He has so many options that sometimes it's got to be hard for him.
Mark, we appreciate your time. Thanks very much.
Yep, you guys take care.
All right, look at Marc Gasol, guys. I think Laker fans have been waiting for Mark to be a part of that offense. Frank Vogel said it after the Clipper loss. I got to get him more involved. He needs to facilitate, and he did just that. 8 assists, the 4 blocks, huge, especially coming into the game. The Lakers only averaging 3 blocks a game. Tonight, they had 14. 7 rebounds. Here's another big one. 3 for 3 from three-point land. We know Marc Gasol can shoot it, and he did just that. So he goes 12, 8, and 7. James, I'm not sure how many big centers can do what he did tonight, facilitating, running the offense through him from the top of the key. He makes the right decisions. He's so good on that backdoor cut, and then he stretches the floor as well.
Kind of like his brother. He's got a high IQ for the game. And if you're a player not having any plays called for you or not getting enough shots, you get in the game with Marc Gasol, and you just move and cut and keep your eyes on the ball. He'll find you. He's an exceptional talent. He's not going to play outside of his box. Like I said, he's not going to block a lot of shots, but he does this very well. That late pass, I love that pass. As soon as the defense thinks they got you on a denial, that split second, and when he starts to knock down that 3, Geeter, it's going to be very valuable to a team if he can stretch the floor like that.
Yeah, short preseason, for a veteran player like Marc Gasol joining a new team. The more time we get into this season, the more confident he feels about how he can work with his new teammates, where guys like to receive the basketball, and getting himself into basketball condition, which is different. And for bigs, it really is different. This was good to see tonight. I think the offense, without Anthony Davis in particular, Gasol's going to have the basketball in his hands more. So finding this rhythm with AD out there is going to be key as well.
Guys, I want to talk about Kyle Kuzma. And hear me out on this. We show a lot of stats with Kuz. When he starts, his numbers compared to when he's coming off the bench, he gets a higher volume. This might be my favorite Kuzma game. I'll tell you why. He started. He set the tone with 14 first quarter points. He had 4 threes, James. But then after that, he didn't overshoot. He didn't go, I'm going to get 30. He just played tough defense, had 3 blocks, had 3 assists, actually gave up a couple easy buckets to get other guys involved, finished with 20. And that's the Kuz that he's making that huge jump year 3 to 4 that we see so many times, James, in young, good players.
Yeah, you just gave a description of a complete game. A guy who has finally arrived, Jeter, has showed glimpses year in, year out, overcoming injuries. But I think he finally has a formula for himself to know how to play with this group and know how to be a professional player. Not having to score all the time, a lot of intangibles, learning to share the ball, understanding that the game is fun when you're not scoring all the time. And I think he's finally getting that. AD out of the game, he knew he had some more shots coming to him tonight, but he didn't really, pretend to be greedy about it. He was still blocking shots, 2 block shots in the first quarter, giving up easy layups to assist to his teammates. So he's getting it because, after all, he's a champion now, so he knows how to do it.
And having the examples of how to do that, right? Early in Kuz's career, you're surrounded with other peers and people your age, young players, Lonzo, B.I., Julius Randle, et cetera, guys that were young and trying to find themselves. Everybody's playing fast. Everybody's in a hurry to show what they can do. Over the last couple seasons, Rajon Rondo, Dwight Howard, Avery Bradley, Anthony Davis, LeBron James.
The list goes on and on.
So now you're seeing veteran Hall of Fame guys approaching their job a certain way. That starts to rub off a little bit, and then you add that championship to it. Oh, that's fun. I want to do that again.
Yeah.
So let me continue to do the things that helped us to get there.
Maturing, getting a ring, contract extension, all that stuff, Fish. What can it do for a young player? And why do we see that jump year 3 to 4 so often?
Well, I think especially for young men, like our ego, the desire to want to achieve is so high. It just takes a little time for you to start to understand some things about becoming from a teenager. When you first come into this profession to becoming a young adult man. So those things about life and job, et cetera, there's no handbook for that. You have to learn those things. From a back